Good morning, peoples. Tuesday morning. So, we're going mudflooding today. I'm on my way. Do some big things. Cam back. Alright, so this is where I'm beginning. Right near the State House. So, anyway, I'm right at the State House, and right across the street from the State House, there's this brick building. It's an old church. It's brick. So there's this building, and it's all brick, and it's an old church. It's called St. Paul's. It's been here for a long time, the Paulist Center. And it says right there, the Holy Ghost Chapel. But then right there it says, send forth, hold on, let me zoom out. Alright, let me try to get that. Send forth thy spirit, and they shall be. Oh man, I'm doing too terrible today. Alright. Send forth thy spirit, and they shall be created, and thou shalt renew the face of the earth. You see that? The face of the earth, people. So what else has faces? A ball doesn't have a face. A spear doesn't have a face. But unless you put a Pluto face on it like they did. But anyway, on Pluto. But what I'm saying is, they call it, this is an old building, they called it the face of the earth in those days when this was built. Because what has a face? Clocks have a face. Watches have a face. So that means the earth is flat. Okay? A ball doesn't have a face, alright? Only something flat has a face, like a clock. The earth works like a clock. The sun and moon are like the hour hands and the minute hand of the clock. The stars, they were put there so we could tell time and the changes of times. It says that in the Bible. So this is where my mudflood's starting today. Alright. And I think somewhere behind this building is the graveyard that I'm going to. I think. I hope so. I hope I'm not just walking around for nothing. But notice the slope. Look at this. This goes all the way up. The State House is right there. It's on a hill. You see that? It goes up. And then all these buildings. I'm going to try to get a good view of this. All these buildings are like on a slope, right? And the ground is like slanted. I don't know. I don't think they would have built them like that. And you could see how, like this step right here. I don't know. You see? It gets bigger. And we're going down. Watch. You're going to see. This is going to get even more cool. Okay. So, going very slow. Alright. So they... Alright. Alright. And now we're coming up to the brick building that has that clock on top. I'll show you. The Antiquitech. Okay, look. You see that? I don't know if you can get a good view. See how it goes down? Windows. It goes down. All the way down to the corner. So this is where I'm at. Oh yeah. Okay. What happened to the one with the V for 4? It's 4 lines. Doorway is huge, and then they built steps to go up. It probably went all the way down. The doorway was probably once from there, all the way down there. And there's the graveyard. Look at this one. There's a dome up there. It looks green like it got rusty or whatever, lime rot. You hear that, people? It's not an entrance, it's an exit. All right? All right, let's go. All right, so this is the story. The English architect Peter Banner designed the Park Street Church. It was built in 1809 on the site of the old granary, for which the adjoining burying ground, much older than the church, was named. On July 4th, 1829, William Lloyd Garrison delivered his first anti-slavery speech here, and so launched his emancipation campaign with the words, "Since the cause of the emancipation must progress heavily, it must meet with unhallowed opposition. Why delay the work?" Okay, I have a feeling that that's a recent sign. I don't know why. It's just giving me that vibe, you know? That it's a recent sign. I don't know. I don't think that one's been there that long. Here's Suffolk University School of Law. The sun's bright today. I don't know if you can even see it. All right, this is where I'm going. Let's focus. Stay focused, people. All right, we got an old cemetery. Here we go. And it's bustling. It's bustling with traffic today. Here we go. Oh. I'm going in. I'm going in, people. Okay, here we go. This one looks old. Paul Revere. Oh, Paul Revere is buried here. Here we go, Sailing Fan Man. I found you some Paul Revere. This tablet, as a memorial to Paul Revere, is erected by the Paul Revere Memorial Association to commemorate the opening to the public on April 19th, 1909 of his old house, number 19 North Square. Now I got his address. I'm going there too. Paul Revere's house. Don't trust me, I'm going. Okay, not today, but I'm going. No alcoholic beverages and no dogs. Okay, well, I think I'm good then. All right, let's go. What's this design? Look at this. It's right in front of my face. I wasn't even looking at it. It's like wings with a ball. All right. All right, here we go. John Smith painter. All right, I was gonna do a bunch of still shots of this stuff, and I did a few, but now it's getting too hot. I'm getting lazy. But this one looks good. All right, I'm looking for Paul Revere's grave. Canary burial ground. So this is within the ground. I'll be buried. John Hancock, John Hancock's buried here. Samuel Adams is buried here. Robert Treat Paine, signers of the Declaration of Independence, governors. All these people are buried here. All right, let's look. Franklin. Okay, this looks interesting. If Benjamin Franklin is buried here, I had no idea. Let's check this out. Sorry. Look at all these old graves. They're all small because all the people that fought the Civil War were children between the ages of 13 and 18. 19 is the oldest. All these are children's graves that fought the Civil War. Little teenagers. Back then you had to grow up fast. Don't worry, I'm just getting you guys a view. I'm gonna try to go up to some of these things. We got a group of people over there. Let's look at them. All right, I don't know what they're. I'll nosy my way in over there too if I can. You know, that's what I like to do. All right, back to this obelisk. Look at this thing. It's like a giant obelisk in the middle here. All right, I see some really old stuff up there. I'm going there next. All right, it's brick. It's brick down here, and then it says Franklin. And I'm going up on it. I don't care. All right. Josta Franklin and Abaya, his wife, lie here. So it's not Benjamin Franklin. It must be someone related to him. We got a picture of this. Wow, that's crazy. That's a blast from the past. Remember that people used to throw money on things and fountains and statues? Look, people put pennies up here and all kinds of coins and stuff, right? You don't see that much anymore, you know? Like people used to fill up the fountains and stuff like that. And then like I seen on Cops, some dude in Vegas was like going through the fountain and like taking the money out. I don't know what happened. All right, let's check this out. July 17, 1765. Mrs. Dorcas Brewster. Oh, Samuel Harry, who died 1967, age 41. There's that symbol again. They all use it. It's like an angel with like a skull. I've seen it on a lot of these old graves. See, there's another one similar. They're all the same. I wonder what that means. I'm gonna have to look into that. Look, they all have it. Some really old stuff. Which one was Paul Revere's grave? Does anyone know? I read it over there. Thank you. I'm looking for Paul Revere. I don't know. This is some really old stuff here. I'm gonna look at as much stuff as I can. I always miss stuff. It's really hot today. Here's a guy dressed for the occasion. Where's Paul Revere's grave?
See the white grave in the back, in the middle?
Yeah, the big one?
That's him, yeah.
Thank you. I'm recording for YouTube.
Oh, cool.
I have a whole channel of people who love this stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it too. All right. What's this? I'm gonna take a picture of this. Paul Revere's grave. I think I kind of hit the jackpot today with Paul Revere's grave, huh? Oh yeah, this one looks important. Try to zoom in on it. See how that works. All right. Here lies the body of Nathaniel Shannon, age 68 years old, died August the 27th. This is older than the other graveyard that I was at. He was born in 1655, settled in Boston in 1687, was a naval officer. All right, cool. And then there's that one with some kind of fancy shield on it. Or something. It looks like something. I'm gonna take a picture. All right. These look like they probably have bodies in them, like inside. You know? People, yeah, definitely. People put money on top. Look, that's what people do. Oh, well, this one says something. Oh, I found it. No, I didn't. I'm looking for Samuel Adams. Samuel Phillips, Francis. Burial. Yeah, they're in here. These are tombs. These are tombs. And look at this. This looks like a whole family. Look, here's a big one, and then there's like a baby, and what, 2 siblings, or maybe like a grandfather and a mom and a dad and a baby. Let me see if it says. September 17. I can't even read it. That one. It's got that crazy symbol. They got some crazy symbols that we don't understand. I can tell you that much. They didn't teach us about it in his story class. Okay. I'm kind of like just stalling here because Paul Revere is right there. All right, let's go see Paul Revere. There's Paul Revere. I got a message for Paul Revere.
He died in May of 18.
Paul Revere, born in Boston, January 1734, died May 1818. All right, Paul Revere. So I have a question for you, Paul Revere. There's been some confusing as to what you have said. Did you say the redcoats are coming, the British are coming, or the regulars are coming? Different people have different answers. Nobody's really sure of what you really said. People think he said the redcoats are coming. People think he said the British are coming. People think he said the regulars are coming, depending on where you went to school. All right, boom. It's actually a Mandela effect. I don't want to bring it on the family. I don't want to bring the Mandela effect on the family. Look at this one. It's got like pillars holding it up, and it's like a flat earth. You see that? Does anyone else see the flat earth there? It's interesting. It's very, very interesting because all the other ones are like this, you know? And this one is pillars holding it up like it's flat, like a table. Oh, cool. And it has some sort of diamond in it. That was put there. Looks like they put rocks on it to cover up whatever it said, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was like broken and they fixed it that way over time. That one says Cha Cushings. C-H-A Cushings. All right. And look at this building. It's all brick. It's all brick. It's all mud-flooded. Jesus, what's this one say? John Foster Williams, first master of U.S. revenue cutter, Massachusetts. That's cool. He cut the paper. He cuts the paper. Good job. Let me see what this guy has to say. Let's get a little tour today. Let's go on the tour.
Actually, I want to tell you something. That is by now you probably noticed these boxy things
the Puritans always refer to these things as cable tombs, and today historians believe that may have been because they resemble tables, and actually you would never guess it to look at one of these. Each one of these tombs is equipped to hold over 100 bodies inside. And how does that work? We all get around one of the tombs and lift it up out of the ground. You would see stairs leading to a whole chamber down below, almost
It's mud flooded.
a mini catacomb, if you will, where the coffins are on shelves or in piles or in drawers. And there's some fairly notable people buried in some of these tombs. Like behind us is this tomb with the elaborate coat of arms. That is the tomb of Peter Faneuil, the wealthy merchant who built Faneuil Hall, where we'll end our tour today. This tomb behind you with the legs belonged not to a wealthy family, but to a church, the Old South Church, which I'll show you later, was for members of their congregation who wanted to be buried with their friends from church. Buried in there is a woman, a formerly enslaved woman.
I feel like
Phyllis
asking him about the flat
became
earth.
the first African-American to ever have her writings published in America.
I don't want to ruin his presentation. I don't want to make him glitch out of.
Before the Revolution, among her biggest fans, George Washington himself. He absolutely loved her poetry, probably because a lot of it was about how great George Washington was. So big surprise there. And then we see the brownstone tomb on the grass. That is the tomb of Judge Samuel Sewall, the presiding judge at the Salem witch trials of 1692. And you probably all know Salem is only 20 miles north of Boston. Are any of you planning on going up to Salem, by the way?
I got a question. Were the witches burned at the stake? Or were the witches from the Salem witch trial burned at the stake, or were they hung? Because
they were always hanged. We didn't burn any witches here.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of drowning any either.
No.
But anyway, the thing is, so are any of you going up to Salem? Some of you might be. Well, it's a terrible place. But the thing is, I'm kidding. It's a lot of fun actually, especially around Halloween. It's pretty lit, as the kids all say these days. But the thing is, we don't know what set off the witchcraft hysteria. We have our theories, but we'll never know for sure. What we do know is they arrested over 200 villagers and charged them with witchcraft, and no one was safe from these accusations. They arrested 2 ministers in town. They arrested a 72-year-old woman named Rebecca Nurse, who was probably the most religious and kindest person in town. They even arrested a 4-year-old girl named Dorcas Good, and even though they didn't hang Dorcas, they did end up hanging her mother in front of her. And I'm very, very sorry to say, in the end, the people of Salem hanged 19 men and women and 2 dogs on charges of witchcraft. And so on, the dogs were hanged because what animal do we usually associate with the witch? Cats, of course, and some of you may know they did arrest 37 cats during the witch trial.
Wow.
Incredibly, all 37 cats found not guilty and set free. I guess the cats had a much better lawyer than the dog.
so in this reality where this guy's from,
Anyway,
they were
let's
hung.
visit Paul Revere.
We're in a different reality, people. That proves it. I'm just gonna go along with the tour. I think they'll be better off with this tour than me actually trying to do this myself. I'm just part of the tour today. Free tour. This is how you get a free tour in Boston, people. YouTube. Freedom of the press. He's gonna show us everything. I trust this guy.
Paul Revere's gravestone.
I don't know why. He just seems cool.
But we're going to talk about him in the shade just because this is like the hottest spot in the graveyard.
It is. I agree.
All right.
Just to leave, I'm SAG-AFTRA, so I can't appear in a video.
All right.
So it's a paid tour. I don't mean to be rude.
Let's let this way.
You've been watching too much Monty Python.
Who, him or me?
You.
Why?
The witch burn.
No, the thing is, right, when I went to school, they taught us that they were burned at the stake, and then there's even history books that say it. But now if you look it up on Google, no, they were hung. So it's kind of weird. And then another thing about Paul Revere, right? Some people think Paul Revere said the British are coming. Some people in school, they say the redcoats are coming. And then now if you look it up on Google, it says the regulars are coming. What did he say?
Interesting. Yeah, well,
It's interesting, right?
really is.
Like, it depends on where in the country you went to school, what history books you were taught out of, and what the teachers believed. Or, I don't know, is like, maybe he yelled all of them. Maybe he was like, the redcoats, the British. Like, if I was riding here on a horse, right, and I was like, you know, warning people that the military's coming from the Brit, I would yell everything I possibly could. So, I don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You too, man. Oh. I'm gonna put you on there. So but I can use this information. I might just put him up anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna put him up anyway. All right. So basically, everybody's buried here. I kind of put a damper on my parade, telling me you can't record them. Here's another paid tour. I'll just go and get all these paid tours. I'm gonna put you on video. It's interesting. This tomb's here too. And look, it's all brick.
And the reason for that is that it's twofold. The first would be the Army's but secondly, just because you see one or two names on a headstone, does one mean only one or two bodies better than prophecy. These folks are into recycling before anyone. And back then, they were just body on what? Back then, right, they're trying to tell you the place. Body. Yeah, so just think of these old burial grounds as giant lasagnas. The best way to think about them, all stacked up in bodies, right? Now the grave. Now that's an odd name for a burial ground. No, the granary. Why would the Puritans name a burial ground a granary of all things?
I'm gonna put that guy in the video anyway. This is public.
Right over here, the Protestant church from today, the Puritans had a building, the wooden structure, they still their grains, and they called that wooden structure the Old Town Granary. And the Puritans wanted to be creative with names on things. Start to up boys here, they go, what can we call this place now? Let us think of a big meeting you see. There's a granary there, right? I got it, man, we'll call it the granary. Here's how the Puritans named it. 1631, the Puritans go find the new town of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Do they name Cambridge in 1631? No, it's a new town. So they call it Newtown, yes. And in 1638, they changed the name from Newtown to Cambridge. Why? In 1636, the Puritans found a little school over there you heard about called Oxford. And the educational center of England was Cambridge. And they put Cambridge on Newtown. Boston's a part of England. Charlestown, and so on and so on. Now, let me take you back to the year 1755, Boston, because here's the year that Boston can get really, really warm around here. American Revolution. Alright, so everybody in Boston, the population is what? 18,000 people. Sounds small with a third line city car. And listen to this before I talk about it. Now,
all right. So, I got some pretty good stuff today. Paul Revere's grave. Great. Oh, this is cool. Let me take a picture. So that's what that symbol means. It's on all the gravestones. The symbolism. It's really cool. All right. I'll probably make my way back here at some point. Let me see. I want to find out what those graves. Who did they say was here again? I'm gonna find them out before I'm here. I might as well do the work. All right. Look at that. It's like a giant magnet, people. All right.
Sam built his base. For 25 years, he's been the cats in the Bible, the dog, and they love it.
He's talking about Sam Adams.
When he starts speaking later on, don't go to the rock. All right. So I'm going to go before the Sons of Liberty. Okay, the Sons of Liberty, how he formed in 65. Sons of Liberty started out small.
Sons of Liberty.
You guys heard of the Sons of Liberty, right?
I heard of the Sons of Liberty.
Yeah, they started out small. They had about 20 guys out of those Bibles. Big, tough, rough guys. You know what they did back then? They would mainly go around and beat up and intimidate the tax officials. And they were very effective. But they grow to 1,000 men in 10 years and include a network of spies, men get ready for war. Even Paul Revere is a Sons of Liberty member of Messengers.
A Freemason, too, right? They're Freemasons, right? The Sons of Liberty, they're a Freemasonic thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The Masons, too. It's very,
Yeah.
you see that a lot.
They're connected, yeah.
Yes, good stuff. So that's it. Now, I'm going to point to all these rock stars. I'll take my quick photo of Sam Adams. I tell you guys, show you my stuff, okay? Come back here. It's awesome, okay? Here's a tip. Stay on the perimeter. All these rock stars. Right over there is Robert Street Payne.
This guy's cool.
He's a scientist with defense. He went to Harvard. He's our first attorney general of Massachusetts.
First AG, First Attorney General of Massachusetts, Robert Treat Payne.
Right over there, Samuel Adams. This point forward, I call Samuel Adams the mouth of the American Revolution. He's the mouth. He takes the ideas, fire them up. And that guy's mouth is all over this thing. So when I say the mouth, from now on, it's Adams. Next to mouth, 5 pictures of the Boston Massacre. Take it outside, see what happened. Why didn't it Sam? Samuel Adams donated that rock to them.
Which one is Samuel Adams?
But that big rock right there.
The huge rock. And what about John Hancock?
John Hancock right over there against the wall with the black curtains.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Nice. All right. My mission is complete. I located Samuel Adams and John. I'm gonna get my John Hancock today. You know. No, I'm not. How you doing? Oh, look at that. Symbolism that we will never understand. Oh, here we go. This big one is Sam Adams. He's got the most money on his
that famous like rendering of it?
Here we go. Here
I'm looking at a cold Sam Adams. I made it myself. Give me a trolley for you. Sam Adams, cousin of President John.
Designer of the Declaration. Signer of the Declaration. Yep.
The man who did more.
Look at all that money. Make it rain on Samuel Adams. All right.
The Boston Tea Party. Was he called the Boston?
He organized the Boston Tea Party, the Boston Massacre. He was big. Sam Adams is big. All right. All right, people. I'm gonna go get John Hancock, and then I'm gonna work on this video for you. Let me just do this. Up against the curtain. John, I can see it. I guarantee you that's John Hancock. That big one right there. The big white one. All right, let's go. I guarantee you that's what it is. All right. Let's go check this out. Yeah, this graveyard's older than the other one, I think. That guy didn't like it because I was asking too many questions, I think. But hey, you know, question everything. No, it doesn't say John Hancock. That looks like wonder where he's buried. I'll look into that. Oh, I guess. Is it John Hancock? No. It doesn't say John Hancock, I can tell you that much. It must be one of these ones. No, it's not him either. Obelisk. This could have been on top of a building at one point. Who knows? All right. No, that's not John Hancock either. That's Azar C. Archibald, number 2. Damn. Oh man, I can't find it. It might be this big table. I'm looking for John Hancock.
Oh, never mind.
Who's this?
My bad.
Oh, no, it's all right. I'm looking for John Hancock. You see him?
No.
They said he was over here, but I don't. Oh, maybe it's. I don't know. Oh. Have you seen John Hancock anywhere? Give me a call. Yeah, I don't see John here. Oh, maybe it's that one. Oh. Sam Rand. No, not John Hancock. Oh, maybe it's that one that's covered, huh? It might be. Behind the thing.